no surprise that newsmakers try to manipulate the audience. They want you to believe that they are the one holding the line and they'll use any trick they can to get you there. But don't let them fool you. Get unspun. I'm Amanda Sturgill. I've been a reporter, and today I teach future reporters to cut the spin and think critically about what newsmakers say. My podcast, Unspun, shows you how to know when you're being manipulated by the news. Learn to spot the tricks and how to make up your own mind about what's true. So if you're tired of being fooled by the news, subscribe to Unspun today. Unspun, because you deserve the truth.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
MSW Media. Hey, rabbit holers, we have a very exciting announcement to make today. But before we do, I just have to share with you this article that I found today that just gives me so much joy. This is a very Pacific Northwest story, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So, Jody, I don't know if you have heard this one, so let's see. So this is from the Oregonian, published December 3rd, 2025. Written by Lizzie Acker. Oregon sportswear.
Which organ is it?
It's the liver. That's where all the beer is. Oregon sportswear giant pledges to give the company to anyone who can prove the earth is flat.
Oh.
Did you hear this?
No, I have not.
Are you a conspiracy theorist who has always wanted to own your own sportswear company? Today is your lucky day, because if you can find the edge of the earth and photograph it, then Columbia Sportswear can be yours. Or at least some of the stuff lying around its Oregon headquarters. A new ad from the company features Tim Boyle, the company's CEO, challenging flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth, Boyle says. Well, just go snap a picture. Send it to us. And you get the assets of the company. All of it. Now, what does Boyle mean? According to the information posted within the video, the photo must be of a visible physical end to the planet Earth. We're talking infinite shear drop, abyssal void, clouds cascading into infinity. For more clarification, they included a few things that are not the edge of the Earth, such as a cliff top in Seattle, a cul-de-sac in Kansas, or your buddy Dave legally changing his name to The Edge. And as far as what the company means, according to the fine print, it refers to the company LLC with assets which are valued at $100,000.
Ooh.
Boyle pointed out some of those assets, like clothing samples, a copy machine, a stuffed deer head, and even what appears to be a decommissioned gondola in a walk around Columbia's offices. That $100,000 is nowhere near the amount that Columbia is actually worth. Wall Street values Columbia, which also includes Prana, Sorel, and Mountain Hardware, at about $3 billion. While it seems unlikely that Columbia or its lawyers are concerned about someone actually getting a photo of the real edge of the earth, a thing that doesn't exist, they may be hedging their bets just in case someone figures out a loophole and tries to get a Harrier fighter jet for 7 million Pepsi points or something. Who knows? Maybe some cartographer out there is about to get $100,000 richer because she has mapped a very remote, infinite shear drop, abyssal void, clouds cascading into infinity somewhere no one has thought to look before. Either way, the ad ends with the pitch, "Hey, flat earthers, do me a favor. If you're going to the edge of the earth, wear Columbia."
Oh, what an ad. What a challenge.
Another thing that I heard said that one of the assets includes the coffee machine and a taxidermied beaver. So,
ooh, okay. So now I might be on a mission.
Yeah, I'm in it for the beaver.
That's where you caught me. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's take a real quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to share with you guys our big announcement. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. We have some news we've been really, really excited to share. Rainy Day Rabbit Holes is officially joining the MSW Media Network. And it really, really feels like a good fit for where this show is and where we've been going. So if you're new here, welcome. This is at heart a history podcast devoted to unhinged, unbelievable, and those stories that make Jody stop and ask, is this real life? So what started as a deep love for the strange history of the Pacific Northwest and Western North America is now expanding outward. What started as a deep love for the strange history of the Pacific Northwest and Western North America is now expanding outward. We're still grounded in that same curiosity and sense of fun, but we're also digging into unhinged history from all around the world. Charismatic characters, baffling decisions, cultural flashpoints, wild scandals, politicians behaving badly, and moments where power and chaos collide in ways that are sometimes fascinating, sometimes horrifying, and sometimes just plain absurd.
And if you've been listening for a while, you already know that this show has never been about dry timeliness or memorizing dates. We've always been drawn to stories that are a little unbelievable, very messy, and occasionally silly. There's always been some snark and cultural commentary baked in, sometimes more thinly veiled than others, but it's always been in service of understanding the history better. Joining MSW Media gives us the chance to go deeper into those bonkers stories from the past and still echo into the present. This does include political stories because politics have always shaped history, but we're approaching them in the same way we always approach everything else, as history first. This isn't about punditry or hot takes. It's about the scandals, laws, movements, and personalities that shape societies in ways that are often strange, surprising, and deeply human.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why MSW Media feels like such a natural home for this show. So their mission is to amplify truth and accountability and justice. And that lines up really closely with how we've always told our stories. We never skip past the uncomfortable parts of history and sand down those uncomfortable edges. But we also don't lose sight of curiosity, humor, or joy. And we love learning something wild that you've never heard of before. We look at the systems, the people, and the cultural forces behind these stories, often with humor, always with curiosity, and never without context. History is messy. Power is complicated. And understanding where we are now means being honest about how we got here, even when the path there was strange or ridiculous.
At its core, Rainy Day Rabbit Holes has always been about cultural critique, examining how power, belief systems, and human behavior shape the world we live in. But it's also always been about falling down fascinating rabbit holes just for the love of it. Joining MSW Media doesn't change that. It just gives us a bigger space to keep doing what we love. We don't sanitize history or skip past the dirty parts, but we also don't forget that learning should be engaging, surprising, and sometimes fun. We dig into these stories and ask hard questions when they're there to be asked and explore what they reveal about justice, accountability, and who gets control of the narrative. History doesn't make much sense unless you're willing to look at it honestly, and that's where the real rabbit hole begins.
We're genuinely honored to join a network committed to shining light where others look away, and we can't wait to bring even more strange, revealing, deeply human, and occasionally ridiculous stories to the MSW Media audience. So, let's fall down the rabbit hole.
MSW Media.
It's Sunday morning, and that wonderfully relaxed feeling of a long, lazy day lingers in the air. If you want to make the moment last, may I suggest the perfect solution: the Martin Sheen Podcast. Join me, your host, Martin Sheen, for beautifully crafted 20-minute programs filled with never-before-heard stories of my life, along with personal reflections and poetry that inspires. The Martin Sheen Podcast is the perfect Sunday refresh, a chance to take a deep breath, relax, and know that the stress of Monday may be just around the corner, but not here, not now. So make this your weekly moment of calm as we explore faith, hope, love, and what it means to be human. And know this journey is ever unfolding as I invite you to see what's next with me, Martin Sheen. And thank you.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.